name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified when I upload new videos every week. And I usually upload a video on Saturday or Sunday, or if I'm not uploading a video, I usually do a live. And if I'm not doing lives every day, I post little shorts so you can watch little advice, like short quick advice, short quick tips nearly every single day. Okay, so there's always tons of content, tons of goodies for you here on this channel. And on this channel, I'm coaching women how to be high value women, how to be the best version of themselves, and how to get the most out of a relationship, how to get a guy to treat you with love and respect and as a gift, as a princess, like how to really, really get the best out of it, right? Because otherwise it's kind of like, what's the point, right? So, today's topic is very interesting and I got inspired with this topic actually yesterday. I was doing a live for one lady, for one actually therapist in Canada. I was doing a live in her group, and one of the ladies asked a question which I thought, what an amazing question to ask, because a lot of women are actually made to feel this way or made to think this way. And the question was, can can I be a strong woman and have casual fun? I'm gonna name it fun because I want the YouTube to put like monetization on. So you know what I mean by fun, right? Let's assume that you all know what I mean by fun, like casual encounters, right? So can you actually be a strong woman and do this? And I thought it's a really interesting question because I think women, especially more towards kind of Western society, are kind of pushed to behave this way because we, in a way, like a lot of times manipulated by men, but we can do whatever we want to do and that it's not gonna affect any of their physical health, that it's not gonna affect any of their mental health, and you just go out there, have fun. And a lot of times this kind of fun, these encounters, this intimacy is kind of nearly like compared to something like a meal we have, you know? It's like having a physical intimacy with another guy, it's not the same as eating a good meal at a fancy restaurant. You know, you don't just finish the meal and you're fine, whatever happens next, right? Having a physical intimacy with a guy has completely different consequences. So a human being, an intimacy with another human being should never be classified as having just fun and you can get over it and leave it alone and there are no consequences, right? And what's interesting, a lot of times guys manipulate women into these kind of casual encounters. I used to come across this a lot in London when I used to like date in London. So guys would say things like, oh, let's enjoy the moment, let's just have fun, life is short, you know. So I used to come across saying like this, like every single time you go to a nightclub, you're gonna get somebody approaching you with this kind of exactly the same line. And if it's not the nightclub, majority of your guy friends in London will be talking like, oh, just have fun, just enjoy the moment, it's fun, or be able to kind of show off and be like, oh, I had fun, or I hit it off last night, and people would be showing off with that. Now, the truth is, I don't even know where to start with the truth, right? Um, the truth and casual fun, it obviously does not work. And oh, I lost my train of thought. I had a really, really good point, and I actually have it written down. Okay, here it is. I got it back. My point was, so the topic of this video, can I be a strong woman and have casual fun, right? So the answer would be, you start as a strong woman, right? You might actually start as a strong woman, But once you actually start to have this casual fun, gradually you start to go down. Your strength starts to get down. And you actually eventually, if you keep having this casual fun, and you start as a strong woman, eventually you will become a desperate, sad, complicated, damaged, toxic woman. This is what will happen to you if you will start to have casual fun. Why is that? Even if you're like, let's say, having this casual fun with guys that, convince you into having it, let's enjoy the moment, it's so much fun, life is short, all of that, the way these guys will treat you the next day, it's not gonna be same as the night before. Maybe some guys will be nice and we will still treat you decent, but there will be probably more guys, like maybe 70 or 80 or even 90%, that will basically tell you to get out in the morning, or they will treat you like really, really bad, disrespectful ways the next day. And once you actually keep having this casual fun and you start to get this kind of really nasty, disrespectful treatment from these guys who actually convince you a night before that it's all fun and games and it's all good, you will start to feel unvaluable and worthy gradually. And then what are the consequences? What are the actual consequences? I'm gonna give you an example. For example, I'm gonna give you an example. I had a client recently, and she had a long-term relationship, right? And she said it wasn't fun with her ex. Anyway, we broke up, and she said, I just wanted to experience myself. I wanted to experience this casual fun, right? Because she's like, I just wanted to experience it, right? And she slept with somebody, right, on a holiday or something. She slept with somebody, and she fought, and after sleeping with that person, she booked me after about a week. And our consultation went something like, oh, Greta, I just had some fun, it was just fun, it was really good, blah 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 blah. And I'm listening to her, I'm like, let's see how it goes like next, right? After she books me again after another couple of weeks, and she says, I can't get over it. She's like, I'm literally obsessed with this guy. And we're not even in the same town, not even in the same country. She's like, I'm obsessed with him. So this casual fun, one night stand or couple night stand, it has consequences, because we cannot look at it like eating a fancy meal in a restaurant because you never had a fancy meal in a restaurant. Humans are not designed this way. On top of that, just as a coach and through experience, I can tell you that majority of my clients that are over 40 and been having casual fun in their 20s and 30s right now are all going through therapy. We have so many traumas through this casual fun, because what happens, you're trying to be cool, you're ignoring all these nasty comments from the guys, you're sweeping everything under the carpet. The society is influencing you to keep having fun, keep doing this, keep doing that, try this, try this, try that. And all of these things, all of these traumas get put under the carpet, and eventually they come out. And then where do you end up? You end up in a therapist, office. And when you're dealing with all kinds of traumas, insecurities, you develop insane amount of insecurities. You start to feel unvaluable, unworthy, because you've been having casual hookups instead of having a relationship where the guy treats you with value and respect, treats you nice, takes you out, you hang out together, he tells you he loves you, etc. Whereas what do casual hookups do? He don't do anything. He goes in, he takes what he wants, he leaves. You're actually not treated in any good way. You're used. You're not getting any love, any appreciation, any admiration. You don't feel like he cares about you. If anything, he kicks you out the next morning. You're not introduced to his family and friends. He doesn't want to continue the relationship with you. You're like a used, you know use goods, you know. So when these girls and when we 40, we have so many traumas. So instead of thinking of or being ready for a healthy relationship in your 40s, you have now this huge baggage to deal with, these traumas to go over from the 20s, from your 20s and 30s, of this kind of casual fun, you know. So is it worth it? Of course not. But what I really liked about this question, I really liked that the girl that asked me this question, can I be a strong woman and have casual fun? I really liked that it was a young girl that asked me this question. I was like, "Ooh, this is like a smart girl," you know, like it's a good thing like to ask something like that in your like in your 20s, so you're actually not making these mistakes and then dealing with these traumas later on. So yeah, this is kind of was the main topic that I wanted to talk about. You know, if you have any questions, let me know your questions, and I'm here for you. Let me see. Good morning. Hey ladies. Let's see who's watching. Hi everyone. Hello from Italy. Oh, I love Italy so much. Good morning. Where are you from? I'm from Lithuania actually. But I lived abroad longer than I actually lived in Lithuania. Do you think part of the complexity is that people are wired differently, attachment wise, value wise? No, I think that part of the complexity is that people are actually we are not that different. Ladies, we are not that different. All over the world, men are men. You know, all over the world, men look for the similar type of a woman. All over the world, women are women. If I'm talking with a girl from Middle East, I'll connect with her. You know, no matter the religion, no matter nothing, I'm sure we will find common ground because we are both women. Men will find common ground with another guy. You know, obviously you have all kinds of influences, etc. But I think I think the most different we are actually, I think actually nowadays in the society we kind of split into different groups because we are pushed onto kind of different beliefs. And what happens is it's like we're not aware of who we are as people. Like, for example, as a woman, that when I lived in, let's say when I moved to UK, right? As a woman, I was not that aware of what it should feel like to be a woman, right? So I remember in my early 20s, I would talk to, you know, to a guy or something, somebody I fancied, and he would say like, why you're so emotional, or you should think like this, or you should think like this, or you should be like this, or you should be like that, right? And when you're not that aware of, you know, how a woman is it, how what's okay for a woman to feel and to think, when nobody really told you like this is what a woman is, this is what we feel, this is what a man is, this is what he feels. In Lithuania I kind of had these guidelines, but when I came to UK, it's like guys like didn't know what a woman is, like guys didn't really know what a man is. And I was kind of confused, you know, like guys would be like, you're so emotional, it's not normal, you know, or like guys would do like so many feminine things. So actually living in UK, it was difficult because there's no strong roles, you know, like this is, it's not a, like it's not describe what a woman is, what a man is, and we get confused. And women start to copy men, men start to copy women, you know. So I think the most important thing is to educate ourselves, to be aware of, is it okay for us to feel this way? Why do you feel this way? And when you look at your hormones, when you look at your feminine behaviors, you realize that, oh, actually this is all fine. I'm just a woman. You know, so once you realize that it's all fine, that's when you can own it, and that's when you can feel confident and secure in yourself, you know. And that's when you can stand up for yourself. When you actually don't know what a woman is, people can manipulate you left, right, and center, you know. A guy could be like, oh, you're not, it's illogical, you're not normal, you know. And if you don't understand that women are more emotional than men, you're like, oh yeah, I'm not normal. You know, you start to believe, okay, I'm not normal. So I think the biggest complexity is probably in the Western culture, because everything is accepted, all the new ideas are pushed onto it, and you're just really like, it's just so many theories that you just get so messed up and so mixed up. It just gets very, very complicated. I suppose this is where the dating coaches came from, you know, more like the West rather than anywhere else. Why? Because things got complicated. Somebody needed like some rules, somebody needed some stability. We're like, I don't know what to do in this mess. What should I follow? You know, dating coaches didn't come from Eastern Europe. Nobody needs them there. This is a man, this is a woman. You behave like this, you behave like this. That's it. Sorry, my cat. I'm gonna let her in, otherwise, Luna, come. Sorry, can't do it. Luna. Right, I'll leave her the door open a bit. So, right, let's have a look at another question. Makes sense. Can we ask some questions? Yes, you can. You're here, Luna. Ladies, this is not a religious life. Please don't start these conversations. When you were younger, did you take drugs? No, I didn't. Have you ever dealt with a narcissist? Okay, I tried some things, but I didn't take drugs. Anyway, that's inappropriate question. I'm not gonna, you know. How you ever dealt with a narcissist, and if so, how did you cope with the relationship? You know, when it comes to narcissism, it's kind of difficult to describe because a lot of us have narcissistic qualities and tendencies. So I'm pretty sure I have some narcissistic tendencies and things. You know, I'm sure everybody has them. You know, so to call somebody an actual narcissist or psychopath, it's actually, my cat is coming. You coming? Is actually a big deal. You know, and the thing is, the problem is, like, majority of people nowadays will take advantage of you if they can, you know. And are you gonna be calling now all of these people narcissists? You know, it's kind of like there is this type of belief. It's so spread worldwide. It's like me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. That's completely narcissistic approach, right? Like, famous song. That's completely narcissistic approach when you think about it, right? So the belief is, if it's legal, if I can get away with it, I'll do whatever it takes for things to benefit me. That's like the most common narcissistic approach. And a lot of people are following it. It depends on cultural beliefs as well, but a lot of people are following it. So something like, for example, manipulating a woman into bed, lying to her, all of that, it's all like, it's beliefs where guys think like, oh, it's fine, who cares? It's legal, so it's fine. You know, if I can manipulate her, whatever, it's still legal, there is no punishment for it. You know, so it's like, I wouldn't try to go out there and go, let's say, to a club and be like, you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist. You know, I would more like go in and feel like, what can I do to protect myself? You know, in a nice, kind way, without coming across like I'm a man-hater or I'm some sort of like hurt person or somebody else. You know, so it's like somebody lies to your face, you notice that, you spot it. You know, there's a really good biblical saying, be as gentle as a dove, right? But as wise as a serpent. So Jesus says, I'm sending you, I think it goes, I might be a bit, you know, not completely correct, but it goes like, I'm sending you in. I'm sending you as sheep in the place full of wolves. So you're a sheep in a place full of wolves. Therefore, be as gentle as a dove, right? So be gentle, but be as wise as a serpent. So we are in this world where if people can take advantage of you, and if it's legal to do so, majority of people will. So you're not going to be going like calling out every wolf a narcissist. You're going to get tired. It's going to get problematic. You're going to hate the whole world. Instead, learn how to protect yourself. Become wise. Don't let people take advantage of you. It's like I done a lot of mistakes in my 20s. I was naive, I was gullible. I came from Lithuania. In Lithuania, people, we don't lie that much. Lying is considered shameful. If somebody gives you a compliment, we mean it. If a guy says he wants a relationship with you, it's a big deal. He definitely wants it. So I came from Lithuania to UK, and I'm like, not directly, I was in Ireland as well, but like a comment, like, you get manipulated because it's not your country. People are different, and you make mistakes, and then you learn from it. You go like, okay, this is different. People actually lie to your face. People are okay to take advantage of you, and we don't feel guilty for it. We actually put the blame on you. We go like, oh, whatever, like, we start to gaslight you. So you learn. You learn through these things, and once you learn how to protect yourself, you spot it very quickly. So in some places, in some countries, my advice is not needed. There's a man, there's a woman. If we're both genuine or decent culturally, and we understand that we are different and we learn how to complement each other, then it's like, like you learn a little bit knowledge here and there, and it's fine, because we kind of want the best for one another, so it's fine. However, my advice is really needed in, let's say, in London, in New York, in these big cities where it's actually a lot of wolves. To protect yourself, to educate yourself, so you're actually not being played, and you don't have like all these traumas to go and to the therapy office and stuff like that, and like, what I mean. So when it comes to narcissism, I'm like, don't, because then you're just gonna be what, it's sad, like, what's the point of going around and like calling people out? Nobody's perfect, we all are sinners. A lot of people actually say to me, like, I see comments on my channel, oh, who has hurt you? You're a man hater. You're like, you probably got hurt in a relationship and then you became this dating coach. And it's actually the opposite. I'm not a man hater. I like men a lot. I don't see bad things. Well, sometimes I see bad things if it's due, right? But I didn't do this channel to hate men. What's the point of that? I want you guys to have like happy, healthy relationships, and for, to bring out the best in your guys. So it's like, and I didn't come to start this channel because I was hurt. I actually started this channel because I had a happy relationship where the guy did treat me like a princess, and I got so inspired by it, and I was like so blown away, and I was like, wow, this guy, this incredible guy that every girl wants, that every girl like drools over, that we go into a coffee shop and 3 girls over the counter are trying to flirt with him, but he's hugging me and calling me his love. This guy treats me like this, because I behaved correctly with him, because I knew, how to bring out the best in him. I was like, I have to go and share it with girls so we have very happy relationships. So yeah, it's like, it's really weird, and people just assume that I got like damaged or something. Like, man, what's the point to go on this channel to blame men, to call them names? It's like, you go to a therapy office for that, not to go on a channel. That's stupid, like, teach something rather than anything else. Right. Uh, right. Okay. Right. Okay. So, is anyone actually having normal questions, or is just gonna be a guys trying to abuse? Right. Thank you. The one guy that's not being abusive. Oops, my light fell down. Right. Okay. Let me see. Um. Oops. Sorry. Looking for a pen. Okay. Is there any ladies here watching? I'm actually wondering. It's a bit interesting. The comments is like guys talking to each other. How comments like? I suppose it's my. I suppose it's the title on my video that kind of ended up inviting a lot of guys. Can I be strong woman and have casual encounters? Of course, guys are gonna watch that because it's so right. You see, this channel is not for men actually. This channel is for women to learn to be good, successful, amazing relationship material women. But I do understand how my topic actually ended up inviting quite a lot of guys. Right. Um, let's see. From work to ex-marriage, where he married after 5 months, divorced in 1.5 years. Ooh. Um, you know what I find, ladies? Nowadays, it's kind of sad, but people are getting divorced very, very quickly. You know, I think people, I experienced a lot of clients that were on the verge of divorce and we go like, Greta, I tried everything, nothing is working. And like, I'm getting divorced with my husband, I can't take it anymore. He's a narcissist and it's all about him and he's this and he's this and he's that, right? And I'm like, hon, what did you try? And usually women go like, I tried talking to him, communication with a guy, talking to him. What does a woman usually mean when she says I tried talking to him? It usually means she went to him with her complaint list and she went like, you don't do this, you don't do this, you don't do this, I feel unhappy here, unhappy here, unhappy here, this is not working. Like basically she came with a list and went like putting the blame on a guy. What do men usually do when this happens? We step back, and we start to give you even less, so communication with a guy has to be different. If a guy doesn't give you, he doesn't do things for you, a lot of times it's because he doesn't really want to. If a guy doesn't want to treat you nice, usually because something has happened, maybe he's losing a bit of attraction for you, or maybe he's dealing with some sort of issues, so, or maybe he is taking you for granted, maybe you're being too nice, so it's kind of like, I find that my point is that a lot of times women that get divorced, they quite quickly, they think we tried everything, but we have not tried everything. We just got a lot of bad advice and we tried a lot of bad things, bad strategies that don't work with men. And when we go like, I tried everything, nothing is working, and we go for a divorce, and I go like, oh, well, have you tried stepping back a bit? Have you tried setting in a boundary? Have you tried not reacting? Have you tried not nagging? Have you tried not calling him looking for attention? Have you tried not mothering? Are you giving too much? Have you tried maybe giving a little bit less and seeing what happens? And when these girls try these new things, first we obviously argue. We go like, I just want to wear my heart on the sleeve. I just want to be honest and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, you're being honest, but is your honesty overwhelming? Is your honesty insanely selfish? Is your honesty very centered? Is your honesty controlling and needy and attention seeking, and it's all about you and your feelings? So if you're so honest, but your honesty is all about you and all of that, you're actually the one who's a narcissist. So it's like, basically what I'm saying is there's a lot of really, really bad advice out there, and people try it and it doesn't work. The relationship gets even worse, and then we go for divorce. But I would say, like, if you are trying something, really make sure that you tried everything, because a lot of really good advice is actually overlooked. You know, it's like, why should I step back? Why should I set in a boundary? Why he can't understand? You know, of course, like, if I, for example, imagine this, ladies, just put yourself in a guy's shoes and you will understand him more, even if he's a guy and not a woman, right? Imagine this. Let's say you're with a guy and he is behaving in a way that you find unattractive, and you start to lose attraction for him, right? You're like, let's say you're like thinking, oh, this is turning into my guy friend, right? It's like a bit like, but I don't see him like, you know, like a guy I would fancy, because he's behaving in an unattractive way. And when this guy comes to you with his list and he starts to say, Greta, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, I want you to do 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 this, blah, 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 blah. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be like, well, first of all, I'm losing attraction for you already. And on top of that, you're coming to me with this blaming me list. I will be like, I don't care. Like, I'll step back. I'll be like, this is overpowering. This is too needy. It's too much already. You're already too much and you're coming to me with this list. You know, so you have to, there are more ways, there are more strategies. You know, like, nowadays divorce goes just like this. Like, it's not really, the grass is not much greener on the other side. You know, it's like people think it's really green on the other side. It's not that much greener. You know, so I would say, first, if you have a relationship that you could perhaps salvage, give all the shots, give all the tries. You know, because I think it's so much bad impact from the divorce. You know, the kids, the way the kids grow up, you know, kids become, anyway, it's a whole new topic. But make sure you gave your best shot before you said, I'm having a divorce, because to walk away is very easy, you know. And then to get married again, let's see your comments. Okay, so now you ladies are gonna be arguing with guys here. Why is it so many guys watching me? Right. What do you say to men or people who say, no wonder you are single, because I don't want to be with anyone, yet I'm choosing to be single? Well, so what? Why does it have to be a bad thing? No wonder you are single. Who said it to me? This guy said, I was talking to a guy, and anyway, I told him something, and he said, wow, you're boring. You know what I replied? I said, very. So if a guy would say to me, no wonder you are single, I would say, like, yeah, that's right. So you see, like, have a confident reply. Like, don't, if somebody puts, like, for example, a guy, because I'm a Christian, I go to a church a lot, all of that, I try to do the right thing, right? For a guy, for a certain guy, it might be like, wow, you're boring, right? And I'm gonna reply, very, right? But I'm gonna be confident in my reply, because, like, you're not a guy for me. If you think I'm boring, if you think me going to church is boring, you're not a guy for me. The guy for me will be the one that appreciates me going to church, etc., etc. You know, so if a guy, you know, if somebody says, no wonder you are single, is basically saying, like, your standards are too high, so he's not a guy for you, you know. So it's just reply in a confident, like to the neg, reply in a confident way, and you'll come out on top, and it's not gonna be a neg anymore. Good. And yet she helps others to get a ring. Thank you, Ezra. Right. So is that like a lot of conversation about me? Thank you. I feel very flattered. So many comments all about me. Wow, I feel so important. Um, right. Okay. Let's see. No, this is not true. Please stop. Okay. Hi, Greta. Wait, where are the questions? Um, it's only Adam. It's too much of Adam. I might have him suspended. Wait, can you please? I love your hair. Thank you. Right. I just joined. What's the topic? Right. Okay. Well, ladies, I think I'm gonna go and leave you to it. And the topic today was how to communicate better with a man. I have a video on communication. It's on my YouTube channel. It's literally, this is exactly how it's called. Look it up. It's really, really good. And ladies, please rewatch this live. The live was all about, can you be a strong woman and have casual encounters? The short answer is no, you cannot. But if you want to see that answer that's in depth, go and rewatch the live. It's somehow it just happened that there's so many guys on this live. I am assuming because of this topic, but I'm still gonna share this live. I'll leave it, you know, why not? And if you of course want some one-on-one coaching, you can always book me through my website, and I will put all the links in the video description box below. Have an amazing day. I'll be a bit more careful with the topic next time. Bye ladies, have a good day. Bye bye.